Thank you for coming to our landfill. We are a waste disposal facility located in Erie, Colorado. While on site, there are some things that you need to know. The purpose of this video is to provide some general direction and safety tips so your visit with us goes as smooth as possible. The first thing you need to be aware of when coming on site is all cell phones must be put away. There are a lot of moving parts in a landfill, and we need to make sure everyone's attention is focused on the many hazards you will encounter while on site. The first thing you are going to encounter when entering our landfill is our scale house. At the entrance, there are 2 scales. Unless you had been advised prior, always proceed to the scale house window. At this point, you will have your first interaction with our staff. The scale house will make sure all of your questions have been answered and you have a safety vest. If you don't have a safety vest, we will provide one for you. Once you have left the scale house, it is important that you proceed with caution. Keep an eye out for signage. This is going to be important as you continue to your dumping area. Please watch your speed. The speed limit on site is 15 miles per hour. We can have anywhere between 500 and 1,000 trucks on site in a day, so making sure we are driving safely is very important. Shortly after leaving the scale house, you will arrive at our dumping area. This is where most of our vehicles are going to dump their trash. The working face is one of the most dangerous areas at our landfill. You are more likely to come into contact with other vehicles and machines on the working face than any other area. Remember the signs we discussed? At this point, you're going to want to look for your dumping area. The signs have indicators that will match the type of vehicle you will be driving. When approaching your designated area, proceed at low speeds and make sure you are scanning the entire area. Feel free to stop, read, and observe. Other vehicles are also looking to locate their dumping area and are often looking to turn their vehicles around to dump. Some things to be aware of while approaching the working face. Our equipment operators are always looking to see where people and vehicles are located, but we also need your help. Make sure to wear your safety vest. This makes you more visible to not just the operators, but to everyone else as well. Once you have found your dumping area, always look to see if there is an open slot. This is a space that there isn't currently trash on the ground. Always be aware of the location of each bulldozer, compactor, or other heavy equipment in the area. Even though the operators are looking out for other vehicles on site, backing up directly behind the bulldozer while they are pushing refuse on the ground can lead to contact with the machine. Always try to dump where the machines are not. This helps keep everyone safe. Please try and dump in sequence, as long as there is an open slot. We would like you to dump along the edge of the working face from one side to the other. This process, we call the typewriter process, allows the machines to stay as far away from the vehicles as they can while they are dumping. Please do not ally dock your trailer. When doing so, you leave a blind spot that can potentially be where a person or vehicle is located. There is plenty of turning room to be able to pull all the way forward before attempting to reverse. Once you have safely backed into an open slot and are ready to dump, you will most likely need to exit your vehicle. It is important that you do not park too close to the other vehicles on site. A good rule of thumb is to be at least 10 feet from any other vehicle. If you are near an end dump, you must have leave the height of the trailer plus an additional 5 feet. Always stay close to your own vehicle. If you see someone you know and would like to speak with them, wait until you have left the dumping area. Unnecessary wandering can lead to serious injuries. This also applies to scavenging. We do not allow scavenging in the trash. This is a sure way for you to get injured or potentially killed. If your vehicle has a tipping hazard, make sure you are dumping on flat and even terrain. Also make sure to be in your cab with the seatbelt fastened. We will do our best to make sure we have a good tipping surface, but please do not continue to dump if something doesn't feel right. Raising your bed on uneven terrain is not just dangerous to the driver of the truck, but also everyone surrounding that truck. We also want to be aware of high winds. Any vehicle that raises has a much higher risk of tipping if winds are present. Please use your best judgment. Another common mistake we see with trucks whose beds rise is drivers stand behind their loads that are stuck. You never want to stand directly under your load as it is working itself free. Please lower your bed and ask an operator for assistance. We have machines on site that can help release your load. If you are raising your bed and someone pulls up beside you, please stop, lower your bed, and ask the other vehicle to please relocate to a safer dumping location. Once you have dumped your load at the working face, you may need to continue to our clean out area. At this point, you're going to want to make sure your vehicle has been locked out and tagged out before continuing with the vehicle cleanout. The same rules apply here as they do at the dumping location. Even though the load has been dumped, you don't want to ever stand behind or under any gate that is attached to a hydraulic line. This is one of the biggest mistakes we see at the site. It only takes a second, so make the right decision. Please make sure we are cleaning out in the appropriate area. It is hard for the operators to chase trash around the deck. If the cleanout area is not something that you need, please proceed back to the scale house. There is a chance that you will be visiting the landfill during an inclement weather event. There is a good chance that we will have an operator out of their machines helping direct traffic, but we try and make your experience the same as if there was no weather at all. If at any time the landfill becomes unsafe to dump because of the weather, an operator will inform you to stay in your vehicle until conditions are safe to dump. Please make sure you are following the directions of the staff, as they have been training on what conditions are safe and unsafe. On the way back out of the landfill, remember all the rules that applied coming in. Even though your refuse has been dumped, please make sure cell phones are put away and you are aware of your speeds. From the time you enter our site until the time you leave, the safety rules apply. Once you approach the scale house, make sure you are aware of whether you need to scale out or not. Typically, the scale house will inform you if you need to make a stop on the way out. Our number one responsibility at the landfill is to make sure that everyone that comes through the gate leaves just the way they came in. Our staff has been properly trained to operate safely, but needs the help of everyone that comes on site to make this happen. We appreciate our relationship with each and every one of you. We look forward to being able to continually provide you with a safe place to dump your refuse.